Alright, so this one we've been waiting for, and I know that you know that I was going to talk about this one, right? I bet a lot of people were saying, "We can't wait to hear SouFlo talk about that one here on my platform," so here I am. The headline in Loop says, "Cop wanted in relation to the fatal Spanish Town shooting surrenders." So we're talking about the rogue cop, and we did two videos so far where there were voice notes of a interview or audio of a interview that this rogue cop was giving an interview to allegedly rogue, because now it's alleged, right? We weren't there, we don't know what happened. That's what a lot of people are saying. And I'm gonna put you on to something, but stay tuned. Let's read through the story first. So he's turned himself in. This is the police officer. So a member of the police high command has confirmed that Corporal Kirk Frazier, the policeman who was wanted for questioning in relation to incidents in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, 2 Sundays ago, which resulted in 3 persons, including a policeman being shot dead, has turned himself in to the authorities. A lot of people were saying, hurry up and turn in yourself on all these things. Some people did even say, go kill yourself or something, but boy, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, the policeman turned himself in on Sunday in the presence of his attorney. Today is Monday, so he had just turned himself in yesterday. Claims are that Frazier was one of 4 cops who were involved in a series of incidents that started with a controversial shooting at Chedwin Park, which sparked a dramatic car chase with more shootings and death. Hear this. Reports are that just before midnight 2 Saturdays ago, for those of you who weren't following the story, this is what led up to everything. And I'm going to elaborate because I'm going to reiterate his story and how he flipped the script and how this could possibly work in his favor. Alright? You know, sometimes when you're fighting, I don't know if some of you ever studied martial arts or did any kind of ground combatives, but when you are on the ground and you're on the bottom, if you end up being the fighter on the bottom, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing the fight or you have lost the fight. Alright? And right now, he is on the bottom, but it doesn't mean he has lost the fight. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Let's read on. Reports are that just before midnight, 2 Saturdays ago, an off-duty cop, which they call the hero cop, attention was drawn to a shooting incident at a social event at Chedwin Park in Innswood, St. Catherine, in which a man, Sheldon Daly, otherwise called Junior Biggs, was killed, reportedly by a group of men including 3 cops who were off frontline duty at the mobile reserve to which they were attached. Now, there's a whole lot of mix-up going on here because the word from the hero cop is that he witnessed the shooting. He was there off duty, but he witnessed the shooting. And when he witnessed the shooting, being a police officer and holding integrity to his job, his position as a police officer to serve and protect, he felt the need to give chase to these men that had just committed murder in front of him. So what he did was he saw them after they shoot Biggs, Junior Biggs. He saw them exit the building, run towards a car with their gun in their hand. He jumped in his vehicle and chased them down. I want to let you know that there is not evidence, but there are voice notes. There is one particular voice note out there that labels Junior Biggs as a Don. He's known as a Don in the area. I've also gotten written emails from people saying that he is a Don in the area. Me, I don't know. I'm not from the area, but I'm just letting you know that that's the talk out there that is complicating things. He's a Don in the area, and this hero cop was actually his bodyguard. And he was working with the Don that night when these 3 rogue officers came in, executed him, and the one mad police for work with the Don. I don't know if you guys have heard the voice note yet, yo, I'm just chase them down and put it on them and that. So it turned into that, right? So he gave chase to the men. What further complicates this whole thing is 2 of these 3 officers that were there that night, even though they claim to have been there only as civilians, because a 3 brethren, we got par, we hear say a party are going around, so a dance, an event, so we go check it out, and we just go relax and enjoy some drinks as brethren, you know. We weren't working. That's the story that this cop is giving now, the one that ran away and has now turned himself in. And others are saying no, they went there on a mission. The thing is, 2 of them were actually have cases before the court right now for murder charges and were released on bail. So I'm thinking they were released on bail for murder charges, but they were still allowed to be operating as police officers. They weren't sent on administrative leave or anything like that. The off-duty cop who reportedly observed the shooting is said to have pursued the Nissan AD wagon motor car in which the attackers were traveling. This is going to get real funny. Listen to me. Listen to me. Stay around, because I'm going to tell you what Rogue Cop is saying now about how it all went down. And if you don't pay attention, you could really get sucked into this, because his explanation, there's a possibility that it could have happened like that. Alright? So this hero cop now, he observed the shooting, gave chase to the AD wagon motor car in which the attackers were traveling, resulting in a shootout with the men that ended at the corner of Job Lane and Brunswick Avenue in Spanish Town, where the AD car crashed with a similar vehicle but a different color. At the end of the chase, an exchange of gunfire, one of the alleged escaping police were shot and killed, and another was held, and the 3rd cop escaped the crash scene. The driver of the other crash car was also shot and killed in the incident. Now, this is some Wild Wild West stuff. It really sounds like some Hollywood movie script I'm reading, right? Sylvester Stallone jumps out, shoots, pow, 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 car flips over, hits another car, stuff blows up, man goes hobbling off into the woods. It really sounds like some Hollywood movie. 5 guns, 3 Glocks, 3 Glock pistols, a 45 pistol, and a Browning 9mm pistol were seized from the vehicle in which the alleged rogue cop were traveling. Now, this same cop here now, Squaddy turned himself in now. His story is that, and the thing I don't get about his story is every time there's a part in the story where he could not fill in, he would say, I must have passed out, or I passed out. So he passed out pretty frequently during a gun battle. How come your gun was found, your service pistol was found in the vehicle, and you didn't go there as a police and all these things? Because when we went to the dance, we left our weapons in the vehicle. We didn't take them in the dance with us. But that is not what the cop who claimed that he witnessed them commit that act on Junior Biggs said, right? He said they had guns. Obviously they did, because Junior Biggs was shot and they ran from the vicinity and he chased them. This man said that's a lie, and I saw it go. We didn't even have our guns on us. They said, well, how did your gun end up in the vehicle? Well, we left our guns in the vehicle. We traveled with them, but we left them in the vehicle. Alright. Well, in the heat of the gun battle, you were getting shot at. As a police officer, you're trained to shoot back at whoever is shooting at you, right? Close with and destroy the threat. How did your weapon end up in the vehicle and you end up escaping without your weapon? That's what we wanted to know. His explanation was, when the vehicles collided, the impact of the collision, his gun flew out of his hand, lost somewhere in the vehicle, and he ran away from the vehicle later without his weapon. On we go. A top-level police probe has been launched into the incident to ascertain how the road cops, despite being off frontline duty, reportedly still had their government-issued Glock pistols and the other law enforcement paraphernalia which were recovered at the scene of the incident. Likewise, the Independent Commission of Investigation, INDECOM, has started a probe into the overall incident, including the mysterious escape of the police officer who was reportedly taken into custody. So he was taken into custody and then he disappeared. And they wondered, well, hell, I wonder if I'm on just let him go. Because they're known to protect their own, right? Then let you go. He probably said, give me some time, let me go clear this up. Let me get a lawyer, put a story together, and all this, brother. If you carry me in now, you know say I fry my goose fry. So they said, okay, watch this. It's an escape. Go on, run. There's a lot here that just doesn't add up. But now that you've sat around for that, let me tell you how his version of the story goes, which is crazy. His version of the story goes, first of all, one of my subscribers, and I love my audience because my subscribers are very brilliant. One said, that don't make no sense to me. Because if you were being chased, why didn't you take the blue light? Because they had a blue light. Why didn't you take that blue light out, put it on top of your vehicle? That blue light and the woo, 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 that would summon people in the area because there's a high-speed chase going on. It would tell civilians, jump out of the way, move, police, or conduct business, shoot out or go on, find somewhere, take cover. Why would you hide all that and run through that silently, right? Would you not have used that blue light to identify yourself? Unless you're over there on some rogue operation and did not want to draw too much attention to what was going on and was hoping to get away. Another thing is the two of the guns that were found in the vehicle. Remember, there were 5 guns in there. 3 officers, 3 guns, all 3 service pistols. 2 guns unaccounted for. Nobody is saying it's theirs, right? Of course, 1 man dead, 1 incarcerated, and now this one has just turned himself back in. None are saying that's theirs. Those 2 guns, people were saying, those 2 guns is what they keep on them. For when they shoot somebody, they put the gun on them. And then they say there was a gun battle, they challenged the police, bad man fire at the police, police fire back, bad man end up dead, and we seized a 9mm or a so-and-so off of him. Which is a common story that we hear coming out of Jamaica, and we also hear a lot. The boy never have no gun pon him, police kill him, and put the gun pon him. Am I wrong or right? We've heard this many times before, right? So, now, Road Cop story now. Road Cop said he went to the venue with his brethren. Yes, we have some legal issues going on at work, but this night we just decided to say, yo, we're going to chill out. We hear say there's an event going on. We're going to go over there, go enjoy ourselves. When we went to the event, we noticed upon arriving that there were some guys there working security, but we identified them to be police officers based on blah blah blah. He then said before they could get into the venue, they heard gunshots. Bow, bow, bow. This is Road Cop talking. They heard gunshots. He said they ducked, look for cover, right? Because that's what you do when you hear gunshots. And they observed 3 men exit the building where the event was and were running towards a vehicle. They got into a vehicle and they took off. He said him and his 2 brethren now, the 2 other police officers, him making 3, which how now they're known as the 3 road cops that were, they jumped in their vehicle and decided to give chase. Because regardless of what, they're still police officers, so they decided to give chase to who they thought were bad guys running with guns in their hands. The man said, halfway down the road of wave, right before the collision crash, he felt like they were being fired upon. He noticed that a vehicle was following him as well. So remember, I know, Good Cop said he was chasing the car with the 3 police officers in it. Rogue Cop, who was one of the 3 police officers in it, said he noticed they were being followed as well, but he in his vehicle was following the actual vehicle with the real shooters in it. Now, none of us were there, but I can tell you this: a good attorney is a good attorney will walk you out of some things that you never dreamt that you could make your way out of. And in my opinion, he had enough time. Corporal Kirk Fraser got enough time to go away, find the services of a top-tier attorney, Valerie Nita Robertson find the services of a top-tier attorney, right, and concoct a proper story which would contradict or at least bring up doubt. Because that's all they have to do, is cast doubt. No, well, it could have went the way that he actually said. Yeah, but once they start doing that, then this is going to be something that will play out in the court of law. And knowing Jamaica's court system is probably going to be played out for a very long time, right? Will he be released on bail while his court date awaits, which they're typically known to do? Let's see how that goes. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Do you think that he's guilty? He got caught. He was trying to get away and it just didn't work out. Someone let him go. What do you think about this whole case? Or are you thinking, maybe what he's saying could be true, you know? Maybe the off-duty police officer there was actually at work for Junior Biggs. Now remember, Junior Biggs is considered a businessman, right? People are saying he was a don, but there's nothing in any of Jamaica's publications, of news publications, that are ever said from any credible source that labels this man as a don. He's labeled as a businessman. And normally, it is normal for police officers to moonlight off-duty as security personnel for events as well. So Hero Cop was perfectly well in his right by being a security at the event, even though people are saying, I never know security, SouFlo, and bodyguard, him had done. The police boy that we kill anybody for him, and I saw the thing go. Somebody send them come to kill him, and they did kill him. And them 3 police there, they're known for doing just that. Frazier just get caught, and now him a cry down Christ off of the cross that it don't have nothing to do with nothing, and that's not how the story goes, just to save himself. We'll have to see. What says you? Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.